I am finally feeling like I'm making some progress in the new YouTube studio and shop. I want to do something getting a little bit back to being a mechanic and the things, probably the reason we're connected, probably the reason that we talk and communicate. So, with that being said, I am super excited to show off just some of the things I've got done. And what's actually going to be pretty cool about this, and of course I've been videoing it and documenting it, is really the bottom shop here. I'm going to run through the whole property, but the bottom shop is only half done. So for you that are thinking about, you know, is it really worth painting something or doing something, you're really going to be able to see some before and afters, even the lighting. Wait till I show you what I do with the lighting. But in my hot mess here, I'm going to show you the shop now. So I can check this out. Here's what it used to look like. You can see the other half here that I haven't touched. That's a pretty cool old derby moped under there. I really condensed my toolboxes. Like, I literally got rid of all this stuff. I'm keeping that big Snap-on one. That one has some sentimental value. Had a whole bunch of other little ones that aren't even in here. But now, check this out. What do you think of that? Man, throw some comments down below. I'm going to show you a couple cool things about this. You know, one thing, I still got a long ways to go, but having all your tools in your toolbox, the negative to that is, dang man, you just, sometimes you have cool tools that you forget about. I found some stuff that I've got hanging up, or, you know, did some, got up and labeled on some boxes and stuff that I completely forgot I'd even bought, because it's just buried away. When you have 9 toolboxes, you know, this definitely happens. But check out some of the things I did. If you guys are doing your own shop, you see this as just a phenomenal idea. My favorite thing so far is, check this out. This rack here for all your cleaners or whatnot, this is a shoe rack. Found at Menards. I showed that in a video a while back, but here it is actually hung up. I mean, a bunch of people were building these on YouTube out of wood at this angle, and I just happened to be walking by the aisle. I thought, no way, you know, that looks just like what I want to make off of YouTube. Bought this thing for 20 bucks. Look how easy. The stuff is really super stable on here. The stuff isn't going anywhere, and I can store the heck out of it. The great thing about it is you can read everything. It's going to be super accessible. So just getting some of the specialty tools up on the walls, fantastic. I bought this thing, I don't know, I think 2 or 3 times in my life, and I always returned it because I didn't have a toolbox where the really deep drawer was the one I wanted to sit and put a bunch of pliers in. You know, my top drawer, I really like to have my sockets. I want to have everything in here. I'll get back to these little tubs and storage units. But, man, I finally found a way to use this. I love this thing. I've been reaching for it since I've been organizing the shop. You just grab what you want, put it back, in love with it. It's like a $20 little plier accessory rack there. So that thing's pretty cool. Got still a bunch more stuff to hang. If you keep seeing these guys, I kid you not, these are from the dollar store. They're really thick plastic, rubber coated on the inside here. And check out what I've been doing here. So you could see, like, you know, just some of the factory spark plug wrenches that are really handy. You got them broken up by size and the different types, solid or flexible. Some of the handy little wrenches. But all throughout these boxes now, find some that have it, you know, a bunch of loose Allens, got everything in place. These are the really cheap tool holders from Harbor Freight, but they're about, I don't know, 16 inches long. I just hacksawed them off, and not because of being cheap, but just because of space here. And you can see I've got one rack worked for 3 different, you know, pieces here. So those are cool. And like a 1/2 inch, 3/8, and 1/4 inch drive on that is literally like, I think it was $5. I mean, really cool stuff. Finally have my hammers where they're not all piled on top of each other. Kind of excited about that. You know, it seemed like this toolbox is just filled up with duplicates and triples of tools, and I can't stress enough, just get rid of that stuff. You just don't need it. Don't need it. You know, in here now, you can see the past, I had stuff labeled pretty good. You know, I've got stuff is so well organized now where it's more like even the same type of stuff. Air tools all going to be together, cutting tools, you know, so on. Yeah, a lot of cool stuff. But I know I don't have a lot of battery life, and you guys probably don't need to see this all night. But a couple other things I'll show you real quick. So what do you think of the lighting in here? Pretty freaking amazing, right? So check this out. I'm going to turn the LEDs off. This is what it was. I went ahead and left the old lights. Can you believe? I bet you if you go out into your workspaces right now, you might find yourself working in areas that are this dark. I have here this LED lighting. I'm really bummed. I bought 36 of these things off Amazon, like dirt cheap, and now they're saying they don't know when the next shipment will be coming. So regardless, I don't care whatever I have to do. I'm going to get that other side looking like this. All right, a couple other things. Got my battery charge station. This is pretty cool. It's dedicated now. But check this out. Another great thing about this shop. I started doing this at the college. This is all my electrical leads, my remote start for electrical testing, test lights. And you know, to reach in a drawer, you always get sick of it. That you know, it's hard to store them, you know, nice. And then when you go to use the cables, they're so kinked up from storage, they're usually catching around the bike or the handlebars. So at the college you did this, where I just took a piece of wire, got some heat shrink on there, safety wired it up, and alligator clipped everything. I'm using some dead space in between the 2x4s. Awesome. I mean, just absolutely awesome. What a great way to use up that space. You know, that's just a quick rundown. Oh, I didn't talk about the TV. You can see the wires are already run through the wall. I'm going to have, you'll see it in the next month or so, the coolest camera setup ever to start doing all the YouTube videos. I'm building basically a beam out of the center of the wall that'll articulate around, and I'll be able to capture any possible camera angle and shoot it up there. What's going to be great for you guys is you guys that like my videos and watch all that stuff, I have to do crazy editing, and sometimes I just plain give up because I'm like, it's good enough, the idea's there, and then move on. Well, now I'm gonna know that I have the perfect shot, because no matter where I'm standing inside the shop, I'll be able to see that TV and know that, man, I am dialed in for whatever I'm trying to demonstrate. So pretty cool. This is gonna be the playroom. I was gonna put like my sandblast cabinet, just partnered up with vapor honing technologies, and I got some other tools coming here, some people that are partnering up with me. And I decided I'm going to keep this a fun room. I'll show you where all that stuff's going to go. This is where we're going to hang out. I'm going to put a TV up here, and you know, we do our bike night or whatnot. This is going to be a pretty cool little hangout. You know, the other thing is I got all this crazy cool motorcycle memorabilia, and I just can't wait to start getting some of this stuff hung up. Here's an old drag racing slick. But where the rest of the shop is going to go, this is all ready to be sold and out of here. We got a pretty cool attic system in here. But out here, I have been taking on some car stuff too, but usually, or I guess my plan is only if it's hard to diagnose stuff. You can see quite a bit of little collection here, but there's the car lift. I finally have a straight shot to the garage door, so I can start using that. Hopefully get out and do a bunch more traveling here yet this next summer. Go see my friends in Cali again. I saw a few of you logging on this live video. So hey guys, hope to see you soon. Had a lot of fun. So this is where I'm going to turn to a dedicated fabrication welding area with cutting tables and fabrication tables. Got this stray cat that keeps hanging out. He's pretty cool. Hey, how you doing, Blackie? You're getting scared. What else? Not much else to show you in here. Here's a couple of my old Ducatis. Love these. This is probably my favorite one, the 860 GT. Man, can you believe the lighting in here sure isn't the best, is it? My first YouTube customer that actually trailered their bike, I don't know, 5-6 hours to have me finish it there. Just ended up being a little bit too big of a problem for them to do, is the Supermoto. We think she's got a bent rod from the fuel being left on, but I'll fix it up. Going to make a whole series on doing that motor from beginning to end. So if you got any DRZ buddies, or simply even just 4-stroke friends, dual overhead cam, that'll be a cool one. Some other little toys back here. That's going to be a dedicated paint booth area is what I hope to do with that. Well, you know, that's a quick little tour. Thanks again for being patient. I know I thought I'd have this little, home-based YouTube studio up and running a lot sooner than it is, but that's all right. We'll get by. We'll get through things. And anyway, throw some comments. Hope you guys like the progress and what's going on. I cannot wait to start doing the videos out of here. It's really going to let me be a lot more creative. I'm going to be able to do a lot of things I've been wanting to do, and really laser focus on that and keep this going. It's going to be called How to Wrench. I went away from the You're Not a Robot. It was just too much of a tongue twister. But stay tuned. For those of you out there that are also mentoring me and teaching me, I want to say thank you. Thanks for the tips and tricks that you always do. And keep being awesome. As always, keep wrenching. And we'll talk to you again soon.